Morning, everybody. I wish that this video was coming from a place of pure joy and happiness like normal, but today it comes from a place of sadness and heartbreak. Lisa and I had the honor and privilege of serving at a church in the Pacific Northwest called The Pursuit. And yesterday was a kick-butt day, man. It's like full-on barrage, and we know why. We're within 60 days of moving to Scotland and doing God's work, and the enemy is scared, and he should be. Why? That's why. So, but today brings heartbreak because one of the first things that I heard about was a shooting that took place at our church. It was the Seattle campus. It is in right across the street from a building that's owned by University of Washington. And they were having their young adult night, their youth night, and a barbecue and an outreach. And some other guy decided that'd be a good opportunity to take another person's life. And so now there's a widow and a young child, I don't want to say who because they haven't released it yet, without a father. And so it's just tragic that would happen, and that somebody would take the opportunity that's used for good and turn it into something horrific. So I would ask you this morning if you would pray for the Pursuit Northwest. They have multiple campuses, and they're one of the fastest growing churches in the Pacific Northwest and probably the country. And this is something that Pastor Russell and I have talked about several times. And unfortunately, our conversation said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when something happens, just because people could be Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. And in this case, it has directly affected his church. So I would ask you this morning that you would hold up Pastor Russell Johnson and the families, that you would hold them up, hold up the staff. This has deeply affected the staff there. They're all on fire for Jesus, and they're all doing radical works for God, and they're standing their ground in a state that is tyrannical at its best. And people are hungry for God's word, but just like any place else, when people are hungry, there are greedy, evil, mean people that want to take away from the joy that God has in store for us. So, again, just, the media is probably going to release the names today. For my friends that are in Washington State, I would ask that you just give the family some space. This is just one of those bittersweets because I didn't know the person. I know of the person. But I'm greedily grateful that it wasn't one of our friends that we know personally. So anyways, to our friends and family on the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest specifically, our Pursuit family, we are with you. We are praying for you for protection and for comfort and for peace and revival. We're praying that this young man's life isn't in vain and that God is going to use it in an amazing, historical way. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.